There is an Ukrainian-American drone flying over eastern Ukraine that most of the people in the West never heard of. It's called Hornet. It's cheap, fast, and runs on Starlink. And it's deleting Russian logistics deep in the territory that they thought was safe. My call sign is Liber, and I'm a soldier here in the Unmanned Systems Forces in Ukraine. And today I want to talk to you about this drone, the company behind it, and why what is happening here should matter to each and every defense analyst, each policy person, everyone who cares about how this war ends. Let's go! So first, who made this thing? The Hornet, it comes from Project Eagle. And Project Eagle is something that was founded by Eric Schmidt. Yep, that same Eric Schmidt, former CEO of Google, and he started this right after Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022. The whole thing was run in stealth kind of mode, no press, no big announcements, just fancy engineers from big tech like Apple and SpaceX and Google, quietly building drones and testing them in Ukraine at the battlefield. And this is the part that most people miss. This is not a charity project in any way or not a publicity stunt. They are actually doing this for impact, and many units here, they have used their drones, they are extremely happy. Eric Schmidt put serious money, serious engineers and serious intent into this. The company now has a significant footprint inside of Ukraine. They have multiple products in active combat use, and their feedback loop, the speed at which they update their software is based on the battlefield results. This is exactly the model, and it should be like that. This is what it looks like when Silicon Valley actually shows up. And the Hornet itself, right? The fixed wing flies at around 100 kilometers per hour, and the range is roughly 100 to 120 kilometers, limited mainly by the battery. And that is it. That's the constraint, not the jamming or air defense or, just the battery. And I'll tell you this, for a drone that is operating in this class, I think it's stupidly cheap. The same AI targeting also runs on Hornet, but also on other Project Eagle platforms, such as Marops, Bumblebees, and they just share the same software stack. I think it's really cool because you kind of build this into the drone ecosystem, not just a single product. And definitely in the Unmanned Systems Forces, we've been working with Hornet, and one of the things that we've been doing is modifying them to run on Starlink instead of the original radio module that came with it. It's already public, and just because your range is no longer limited by your control link, such as you would have in the radio, you could fly 100 kilometers into Russian rear territory and still have the connection. So it's not perfect. You have some latency, but you need to have some autonomy, which this drone, it has. Some autonomy to justify and mitigate the latency, right? So I gotta tell you it straight up, Russians figured this out, and they are now taking down our Hornets with Starlink, with their interceptors. It's just measures and countermeasures, cat and mouse game every single week. But here is what actually matters. Pilots in Ukraine are now hunting Russian logistics deep in the operational zone. Supply depots, fuel trucks, ammo convoys, everything, it was too far, too protected, too costly to hit that. Now Hornet changes that kind of a mess. And other drones too, but I think Hornet is a great example. And now those drones fly over Donbass arena to delete those supply lines. The stadium is still there, still in one piece, by the way. And that's it. From an analytical perspective, what I would notice that Project Eagle got right is that they combined Ukrainian veterans and their operational expertise, people who actually fly those things under real conditions, with Western capital and Western AI capabilities. I would say that it's a rare combination here, because most of the defense companies, specifically the Americans, they either have the capital or no battlefield knowledge. or they have the knowledge but no capital. So the Project Eagle, I think, has both. The result is that there is a system that is being constantly updated remotely based on what pilots report. Thing that I talk and all of the videos that I do is just you have extremely short innovation cycles, change cycles. So iteration speed here is everything. All right, now there is a Ukrainian charity called Zigspom, ran in Ukraine by veterans and volunteers. They have delivered over $5 million worth of equipment to Ukrainian defense forces, including the units operating those long-range systems. Right now, they are raising money for a van, additional van, a vehicle that would let him reach the units in the field, move equipment, and keep the whole operation running. They're almost there, almost. You can help them out. I'll leave a link in the description. And also, if you want to learn more about drone warfare, please leave a random comment of 13 words under this video. And freedom to you all. Stay frosty.